Hi, my name is Kidia, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Siege of Boralus 20 I did last night. I did edit this one down a little bit more like I did before. Before this starts, I'm not sure what was going on with the background audio in OBS. Something went odd there. But I bought a new mic today with my stimulus check that I got in the direct deposit, so that's pretty nice. And we should be able to have better sound quality going forward once I get the kind of settings and stuff figured out there. I don't have to use my Corsair gaming headset mic anymore, which is really good for Discord, but it's not great for stuff like this. So this is the first dungeon I've done with the Manifesto of Madness trinket. I finally got it to drop for me after Roknazoth. We're going to pull these first two packs right here, use wings on the first, so it'll come up pretty early into the next big pull, which we're going to do right after this. Just generally avoiding the volcanoes and the slobber knockers here, and then once we get these guys down, I'll save a couple seconds. You'll see what I mean when I say I quicken this up, because here we are. I just jumped right over here. I got 15 seconds left on wings. We're going to pop Devo because there's a ton of damage coming out, and I don't want to have to use sack on this just yet. I'm going to burn the land hands. I probably should have used the sack there, but what are you going to do? Wings are up in 2, and here we go. You also see that sweet Manifesto of Madness come out. It's pretty nice. So just avoid the fire. We'll jump right into this obelisk here once this guy dies, and we're going to drag that all the way to the little boardwalk before the first boss, which you can see right here. This boss is pretty simple. He has some slows you have to get out of right at the beginning. Once avoiding that, you just got to stay out of his ground pound, and then you can DPS him. You also just have to make sure you keep the tank build up, because Spirit Breaker does a crap ton of damage to your tank. Once this guy goes down, we'll pull up the next two packs. I'm going to have cooldowns and save them for there. We'll use them on the first pack so we have them again on the boss. Once this guy goes down, we will be a-okay and rocking and rolling. I forgot to mention, but this key is again with Ario, the Vengeance Demon Hunter tank. He plays Havoc for our guild behind the curve. We have Pure Pearlescence, who plays the Shadow Priest, also in the guild. And Yiffins, who plays an Arm Warrior and occasionally Shadow Priest for our guild progression. We pug this mage. He's an Aussie named Dasty. He does some pretty sweet things with combustion in this dungeon. So popped wings here, again, should have it for the boss now. We're going to pull these two extra guys right here. Use Holy Shocks to do a little bit of damage on him. Now I'm pulling 80k here, which, you know, again, it's not Ultimate Embers, because that dude pulls like probably 150 in this spot. But he's just better than me. Don't have cooldowns up, have a couple seconds on wings left, but right here we're going to be hoping for vision procs, and we're going to save for the boss. But this pull isn't nearly as bad as the other one, I don't think. It does have the dogs, but it doesn't have as much of the ground AoE effect. So we just got to make sure we kill these guys off before they run to the boss, so we don't pull the boss early. That's why we're pulling him into the corner a little bit. And our Shadow Priest is actually about to die here. I don't know what kills him. The dog. Yeah. Dog just wrecks him. But once this pack dies, we'll get the res and go right into the boss. So, res done, pulling boss. We're going to kill the first couple sets of cleavers. They have a frontal AoE, it's bad, and then the powder shot will kill everyone that comes up. They do random, pretty big chunks of damage on people. The range are going to tank this guy. Whenever he focuses them, they'll tank them into a bomb that falls. Not the little AoE circle, but the actual physical bombs. Once he gets hit, he takes increased damage and is stunned. So there he is. We just gotta burn him down a little bit. That bomb we weren't going to get up in time, so I'm going to pop it early so it doesn't do AoE damage on the whole group. He toss another bomb. And we're just going to avoid the volcano here. And get the DPS. And again, trying to pump as much damage as I can. So now we have 2 cleavers and a powder shot out, so we need to kill at least one of these out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just dot it up. And I'm also going to make a huge mistake here. Because I'm not going to watch hook. And how that didn't one-shot me, I don't know.
I did not watch hook.
A little lucky, I guess. Or it just doesn't do as much damage, but it's a 20 tyrannical.
That did not one-shot me.
So now we're going to DPS this guy down. Again, I'm going to watch the hook this time. Not going to try and be perma-bad. Dot him up a little bit with Glimmer. But we really want to focus this boss down.
Just get one. I can hold one at a time too. It's a little bit scary.
So got a stun on them. Interrupted the cast that way. And then what I'm going to do here is use my sweet engineering powers to interrupt his next cast. Like that. Knockback.
Engineering perks.
He's going to be casting the V hook in about like 5 seconds. So.
I need to find. I just became an engineer like 2 days ago, so I haven't keybound that yet. This was the first time I've actually used it. It was right there. I need to find a good keybind for that. By the way, that's my biggest worry with Shadowlands is like keybinds. So skip a little bit of the running. I ended up trimming like 7 minutes off this dungeon by cutting out runs and stuff like that. Gonna try and kill these guys before they get too far. Good for a Shadow Priest. Get this side down. We'll skip over to the next trash right here. This guy's gotta die quickly. We don't want to pull this trash, so he gets real close there, but I got that sweet hammer kill.
I almost ran right into him too. That's spooky.
Once this trash is done, we're pulling this guy right here. And really, if you avoid trample, you're good here. We can dispel the buff he puts on himself. Full string shout. Once this guy dies, we'll go into the next obelisk, which is going to be the spider. You see here. And instead of just AoE kiting, or just kiting these in LOS, and then we are going to drag it a little bit to try and get some of the spiders up. Because it'd be kind of hard to avoid those with the LOS in the next spot. So we're hoping to kill some of them on the path here, while damaging the little mini boss too. And we're also praying for good Twilight Devastation products, which we don't really have happen for us. Do we just get one? What are you gonna do? There it is. It does hit for 240 damage on that guy though. 240,000 damage, sorry. So ads are down. Just gonna make sure we get this guy interrupted.
Can you imagine doing any of these with the last boss?
So let me know if you watch this, you think about the quick editing process. I'm kind of thinking that I could even edit something like the last 5 or 10% of this down too, because there's no chance of us dying. Maybe edit some bosses a little bit differently as well. So we're going to use the spotter here to damage all the bosses. All the ads, sorry. The spotter does increased damage on tyrannical, or on both fortified, sorry, and it does increase damage per key level, so it becomes even more important to use your spotter to your advantage on the higher level siege you do. Again, just gonna spot this stuff down.
Oh, you're bringing this guy to the other side too.
No.
Can we even actually? Yeah,
Just drag him right through there. Okay, and so what's going to come up next is that I have the artillery. So I'm going to do everything I can to get these guys. I got the 1, and I got the 2.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. And then we just had to touch those guys up. So now we'll pull this next pack. Don't have a spotter here. But we are going to pull this next group right here next. So we're running right in there.
Palace first.
No, we're doing this. Oh, trample.
Again, utilizing spotter at best of our abilities makes quick work of the trash. The only time that's really risky is on, well, pull string. If you get hit by it, you're just dead. But on a 20, you're just kind of dead anyways. And on bursting, if you kill too many things with it real quick, you can get some tremendously high bursting stacks. So something to watch out for. But
Kill
this is not a
here.
bursting week, so we don't have to worry about it.
It doesn't matter where we kill this.
So jump into the obelisk. We're not skipping anything with it. So we are pulling the guy out just to avoid the battles.
Jump back if I need to.
Trying to kill these things. Good thing about the Demon Hunter tank is if he does need healing, because this guy can't do a lot of tank damage, he can just lead back and be in range. So, kill this guy. Kill that tentacle. Dispel the slows when you can. You can freedom too, but the weapons will be alright. Okay, cool. So, now we're just going to kill this ad right here. It's pretty simple. It's a moderate amount of tank damage, but as long as you don't stand in the crap on the ground, you'll be okay.
We don't have to skip anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, the timer's pretty solid in here, honestly, as long as we don't wipe.
Dude, that's actually shit.
Is it?
36 minutes.
And I have cooldowns, but I'm going to save them for the next pack because it's kind of a big AoE.
Wipe on the last boss, you would have had a decent bit of time left over. It just felt solid.
The last boss.
Okay, so we pulled this ILOS in this corner here when they first came out. We got spotter going, and then broadsides going off. You just got to avoid getting hit by that. It's a frontal. I got spotter on me, so I'm going to drop all of them I can right here in the corner and kind of hope he takes them in this direction. She doesn't, but that's okay. This little miscommunication. Guy dies quick enough.
And then run back.
So he's going to pick all this up, and then we're going to run back into the tunnel.
I mean, I'm just gonna start killing the spotter.
Yeah, you go back so that we don't pull the boss.
So we're going to drop spotter on him, and it's going to just die before the spotter even goes off.
Okay, cool.
And we just killed the spotter.
You can hear this boss when it comes up.
So we got this boss. We do have hero available in 9 seconds, but we're going to use it on the when he jumps down the second time. So once this guy hits 100 energy, he'll jump up right there. It's really quick the first time. We're going to imprison one just so we have less to deal with. Killing the cannoneer lets you fire a cannon since the boss back down. Again, holding on to cooldowns now until we get to the second. You just got to avoid the ground AoE, which has a much bigger hitbox than you think it does. And you're good.
Someone shoots a cannon for me.
Okay. So now that this guy's down, we're going to fire the cannon. I thought you had to aim it, but you clearly don't. And we're just going to pump into Dread Captain here. Once we get glimmers on people, we're going to do all the damage we can do. And Manifest is great because that almost guarantees all of these are crits. Almost. Jack can't jump down because the imprison wore off. Got a Twilight Dev. We're going to focus on this. He's going to imprison the next. The next death hand doesn't come out because it's already spawned. There's one up already, so we don't have to worry about it. Again, focusing the cannoneer, watching the broadside. A little bit spooky because he was firing the broadside in the direction that there's a safe zone.
It was like the safe zone was right where broadside was aimed.
Yeah, I know. Broadsides to the back.
Just saying safe. I could have run a little bit more to the right there instead of dealing with that, but hindsight's 2020. Nothing bad happened.
On mage.
Oh, it's just targeted. I thought that was like the
Oh. Just gotta redo damage to her. New phase.
Yeah. As she fucking lands.
Don't want my microphone to make any more noise, or my headphones, I guess. Yeah, she's gonna jump back up with just 4%. So he imprisons that, and then I immediately glimmer it because I'm a bad person. We just need to kill the deckhand, and all is well. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna bubble so I can keep pumping into this. Really, we just absolutely need to kill the cannoneer. She will die essentially upon hit. We'll let them grab it. I'm going to the safe zone because Bubble's gone at this point. We got her down, and now we just need to put 3% of damage into her. It's teaming, so we do have 2 of these horse guys here, which sucks. Can't really chain 2 of them effectively into the next pack. I mean, we could, but just becomes a little bit to deal with, so we choose not to. Just gotta avoid the tramples. And Twilight Devastation misses, of course. And just kill these guys. Again, watching have to get hit by the tramples when they come off, but we got them down.
Yeah.
So we'll just pull this first pack here. I'm using wings. And then the plan after this pull is to go into the obelisk and then use the spotter and we'll reverse in order to effectively clear the next couple packs. So we'll pull ahead, use the spotter, then go back. These are just a little far, so we're not going to come all the way back for these, which is why we do them now. So we got the obelisk here. We're going to kill these little ads first. This guy sends out a fear on 3 people, but we have a shadow priest, so we got that massive spell. So now it gives me a little bit more time to pump damage into here. Once we get everything going, we're bobbing him off just to make sure that he doesn't have the 2 high stacks. All this stuff is done, so I'll skip it to where we're going. We're pulling it here. I'm going to go dispel myself.
Keep the spotter up. Got some fucking sketchy pulls coming.
Okay, now we're going to keep the spotter alive. But pull into here. So that we can use the spotter's damage to kill all this stuff. Looking to get a buff, it goes on me. Trying to get more of a buff. I kind of got stuck on the rip there, so I lost some value out of the spotter, which sucked.
I'll get it. Can you put a ring of frost at the top of the stairs?
So what we're going to do is we're going to have the Demon Hunter go pull more trash here.
This is really big.
It's a huge pull, and we're going to use Ring of Frost
Don't touch them.
to lock them up so that we can really get spotter value.
Alright, now I just run these and then
It just takes a little bit of time. Sorry.
Probably gonna need to use Devo here. Scripting them. They're gonna be slowed.
So I'm using Devo just to ward off some damage while we get more spotters in there.
Trying to hold them there. They're not hitting the ones on the stairs. Have like no threat.
Use land hands, get the mage up. It would have been a really good place for like a Frost Nova, but what are you gonna do? Mage is just gonna ice block in there in order to get as much spotter value as possible. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna bubble in there just to get through the same thing.
Did spotter die?
Spotter died a little bit early.
We only have 1 more trash bag after this.
But that's okay.
I guess we have the boss room, but it's not a big deal. We can deal with that. That's just the main trash bag. It was like double trash bag actually.
Just avoid the crush here. Kill the demolisher. Easy peasy. So he's going to try and do 1 pack pull here, but this commander gets stuck with his shout and absolutely almost fucks us because he pulls the boss. And I have cooldowns on Bull,
Not
but I was not planning for this. I would have saved him a little bit longer.
Try to save it.
Um,
Pop CDs. Gripping.
so this goes to hell in a handbasket real quick. I don't have Devo, I don't have externals, and Wings is expiring in 3 seconds. And yet, we end up sort of being okay. Also don't have health bots for some reason.
Do your best to dodge explosives too.
We are going to lose Pure, but that's okay.
I'm running out of things. And by running out, I mean I'm out.
I got a TD. Might be
We got some lucky Twilight Devastations here. And we're just barely hanging on to the heals, dodging tramples, dodging volcanoes, all would essentially kill us. And yet we've now pulled the entire boss room.
Get ahead on the timer.
But this ends up being perfect because we're going to be very close to that. So I end up resing the Shadow Priest. We go in here to Hadral Dark Fathom. He's a sea giant. He does sea giant things like summon ice magic or something. Don't stand on ice, it hurts. Little ice patches will appear underneath you and come into being. Move out of them. Giant wave of water comes through. It'll wipe away the ice patches, but also one shot you if you get hit. It does Crushing Slam, which, you know, more ice. He's an ice magician. That's the break water I was talking about. Does AoE damage too.
You got Sack.
So we're just going to top everyone up here. We do need to make sure we maintain a glimmer on the boss at all times. That way he gets some damage.
We only get hit by the initial like AoE, then like nothing else for a while. Assuming
Okay, so about 50%. You do got to be careful about standing on the outside of the room because if the breakwater comes, it will one-shot you. It's not the best spot in the world, but it's not terrible. It does wipe away most of the things. We can avoid the slam. And we're out of cooldowns, but it's about 45%, and we should be okay. Oh, and look at that, cooldowns are back. Having a minute and a half CD is pretty sweet. It'd be sad to see it go back to 2 minutes in Shadowlands. Try and pump as much damage as we can. Timers are really tight. I know it says 8.5, but that last boss takes forever. So just to move out of the breakwater, we've essentially cleared all the ice patches, which are good. The tank pulls him away from the group. It's still in line with the statue, so then when he does the slam, it doesn't hit any of the group members, which is nice. You don't want to get hit by the slam. That would be bad. And 2%, so we're going to do the last boss. Last boss sucks. So, you gotta dispel these guys, and when you dispel them, they knock back anyone that's near them. And 2 of them go out at a time, and it does about half the health of a DPS player. So if it goes on the tank, you gotta keep it on the tank and dispel the tank for a second.
Like right there.
So I'm gonna try and stay on the grouping as long as I possibly can, but we got another Demolisher out. We're dispel the mage. Does a ton of damage to the mage. We have the priest dispel the tank for me, which is very kind of him. And we have another Demolisher up, but we killed the other one just in time.
Someone's done the slam.
Gonna dispel the priest. Doesn't end up mattering. He gets slammed. And I get stuck, so I just bubble to be safe. And this is why power level engineering for these moments of heroism right here. I don't like to use the word hero lightly, but in this case I think it does apply. He almost dies again. Just get lay on hands on him and we're good. Again, tank's gonna be another 3 seconds so we get to dispel. Gotta get the dispel. Still trying to pump into the gripping. We have another demo up. I'm just gonna stun it so that we have time. I used my bubble to avoid getting hit by the water effects on the ground earlier, but that would have been a nice place to bubble. I could stand there and melee. Well, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Careful, we want to wait to shoot until we kill the
Okay, so we get our dispels out.
Oh my. I can't.
I'm not going to be able to get Yiffins in time. Again, 11 engineers for heroism, moments of heroism just like this. We got the shot off. Yiffins should have gotten the res. He's being slow. Gotta dispel the mage right there. Yiffins is back up. We had to have the priest disperse in order to avoid taking massive amounts of damage and get him a hut. I keep saying the priest when I could say pure pearlescence, but that's a lot of words. Dispel Yiffins, I'm going to use defenses, and I have a little bit more control of my health than the other people. So I'm going to make sure I keep myself alive. I'm going to dispel myself, then I'm going to move on to this gripping. We're going to have a demolisher spawn here shortly. So you have our tank leap away. Again, I'm going to try and burn this as much as I possibly can. I'm going to get away, dispel myself, leave it on the tank for another 5 seconds.
Getting you in 3? What's this? Yeah.
Demo. I'm at it.
Okay. Working on the demolishing. Everyone's healed up. I'm going to try and work on the gripping a little bit more.
Demo.
You only ever get 6, I believe it's 6 demolishings. Maybe it's 5. And so damage on the gripping is good, but you need to make sure you switch the demolishings, especially when you have this time we had. We had like 6.5 minutes to do this.
I think we have one more demo. Coming 1 second.
Okay, last, so this is demo number 6, I believe. This should be the last one. Gotta dispel Yiffins. Again, tank keeps getting these, which is nice because I can wait on him.
No.
Shadow Priest trying to dispel Ario. I don't want him to because I can dispel him
Save
real
it
quick.
when we get 2 of them. It's not very helpful when we have 1 left.
Okay, so we have 5 seconds to kill the gripping. I'm just going to dispel myself. He dispelled himself, so that saves on our damage output, which is nice. We're going to fire the cannon on one more platform, which is thankfully the quickest platform. I'm using a light foot just to get over.
Just gotta play it safe. Got decent amount of time.
Just call for when you want to leave.
I'm going to slam, or I'm going to interrupt the slam with his done. Discard pure, dispel pure. Again, keep Ario topped. Once this dies, we'll hard switch the gripping. So you don't want to damage the gripping before you kill the first demo, because this is the first time you put damage on the gripping is when it starts the spawn timers for the next demos. It's good to know. And that's true about the second and third platform, but not the first for some reason. I'm just going to bubble, stay alive. Now we're switching to gripping here. Used hero, and the game is afoot.
Mage, if you get the thing, try to ice block. Perfect.
We're gonna have the mage ice block his, that way we get.
Shit, I thought that was Yiffins.
I almost screw myself by just spelling the wrong person.
Just get a stun on this. Perfect.
Yeah, once we kill him, we just need to take the shot. Just stay alive. And shots down with a minute, 59 seconds left. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Spoiler on that total gore, I didn't record it, but we depleted hard. The 20 total gore might run later tonight.
I didn't think I was gonna do the rest of the fucking
But yeah, 20 Siege done. Tell me what you thought of the new format. You think I could edit more out? Think I should leave more in? Tell me how the sound sounds, and I appreciate any feedback. Y'all have a great day. Bye.